So
You're gonna love it.
let's talk about your mistakes. Some of the biggest mistakes you've made. Because we all make them.
Some of my most favorite mistakes that I've made in business. One was thinking that because I was just getting started. No. You want one, right?
Talk.
In my brain runs on 5 engines all at one time. Okay, so I would say one of my biggest mistakes was not planning to be extremely successful.
Okay.
I kept thinking, well, when I actually opened up the salon, I only planned on being open for a year. My mom had just had a stroke, and I was supposed to be moving away.
In and out of Charlotte.
Yeah, well, I came to visit my best friend here in Charlotte and ended up staying because I saw so much opportunity here. But my biggest mistake was, like, for example, I had to work on my media kit recently. And over the years, I had been approached a number of times by celebrities or people that people would consider to be celebrities. And I didn't work with them. I was like, they have to follow the rules just like everybody else. Because I felt like, everybody's money is green. But at the same time, I just felt like I don't play favorites. I respect the time and money for every single last one of my clients. And I didn't have space set up specifically for celebrities to come in because I wasn't, you know what I mean? And as time went on, I realized that you do need to, the thing about businesses is that people want to validate you. People want to say, well, who have you worked with? You know what I mean? Mind you, working with celebrities like somebody from, no pun intended, but like Love and Hip Hop, the outsiders think, oh, you did this person's hair? Wow, you must be really good. What they don't know is that the people that come from Love and Hip Hop are asking you to do their hair for free and just offering you exposure. And the way I felt about it was, I don't need no exposure. Inside my head, I'm very nice, but inside my head, I'm cocky.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Is that different now? If somebody will approach you now about the exposure, would you do it now?
Well, now I have my business. I believe in preparing yourself to receive. Then I wasn't preparing myself to receive. I didn't make room for receiving something that would give me quote unquote clout.
Okay.
I felt like I wanted my work to speak for itself. And if someone did see my work and wanted me to work with them, for them, on their hair, then you follow my rules on how we work together. And I realized that you do have to find out, you do definitely have to do things to help the audience, quote unquote, validate you. Like, you are a good stylist. I never want to say I was a celebrity stylist because I wanted to actually work in my salon every day. And when you're a celebrity stylist, you travel with them. You don't just go to a set and touch up their edges or, just make sure their ponytail weave ain't hanging off, or, you know what I mean? Like, just like imagine you, if somebody just calls you and say, hey, CJ, do I put my arms in the air when I do jumping jacks? And you say, yeah. And then boom, you go on Instagram and say, celebrity trainer.
Right.
That's kind of like how it happens in the industry. And something, you see how minor that is for you, right?
Yeah.
So, but because, The Rock called you and said that to you, you're like, celebrity trainer, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was never anything. But if anybody was to call me and offer me any type of exposure, regardless of what I had going on, like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to take it.
Yeah,
like,
but that's the thing. You saw yourself in the future doing it. I only plan on doing this for a short amount of time.
Okay.
So that's why that was the mistake. Even if I plan on doing it for a short amount of time, if I have something that actually gives me credit to my name, you should, look at the opportunity, and if it's not going to hurt your business, then take advantage of it. Okay. But you definitely don't want people to take advantage of you. That's the other thing about trying to gain credit from the outsiders. You have to figure out how to do that. Someone says, people give in business, they're like, oh, make sure you work for some famous people, make sure you get some names, make sure you have some time under your belt. They tell you this thing, but they don't tell you how to calculate those things. And what's really important is that when you are trying to be ambitious and you realize, hey, I know that I'm not doing much for this quote unquote celebrity, but the people out there don't, and that's why they'll come to me. You still have to sit back and find out, closing your shop for that day to go to this event, is it going to hurt your business financially? The clients that you're going to reschedule, are these clients that are so dedicated to you to where if you break their stride with you, that they'll probably won't come back to you any longer? You know what I mean? Like, you really have to assess the value of what you're going to choose over the next thing.
What you might be giving up.
What you might be giving up to try and get something. Because the thing is that, granted, the people that come to you every day, just depending on your business type, they may not care if a celebrity has gone to you or not.
Right.
But so you have to know your audience.
Right. And just like that celebrity found you, they can find somebody else.
Definitely.
And bring somebody else. And then you're left out in the cold with no clients because you gave them up. And
right. If it hurts your business, you definitely. I've always referred the people that have come to me, referred them out to people, and sometimes they want them and they use them and they still want to come back. But that's when they know, oh, okay, well, I have to fit into into the schedule.
Yeah. So another question I have for you, and this is I did a podcast episode about this, and I got a lot of people. Saw my side of it. The whole support black business. So some businesses that's their whole marketing scheme is support me because I'm black. To me, I'm like, I support quality products and services. So I don't care who they are. Like, I support quality products. And if your marketing scheme is support you because you're black, that means you're lacking somewhere. If that's all if you're asking for people to support you because you're black, that means you're lacking somewhere. That's how I feel about it. How do you feel about it?
I like this question because I'm like super pro black. Anybody that knows me knows that in my salon, everything that I purchase, everything that I use is purchased through a black owned, a black operated, or a black distributed business. Right. So I have paid $4 for a comb that cost 73 cents at Sally's because the person that has their, truck driving around, selling products, I've overpaid before, right? And I've received good service and I've received bad service, right? Now, there's a few different types of businesses where they have a product and they just price it. And then there's businesses where they have a service and your interaction shows you what the quality and the value is. And then there's some people that make their own products. And then the value of that, how it works, right, if it's effective and what you claim that it is. So many different types of businesses, right? I feel that that's how my father raised me, support black business. We would, if we didn't go to McDonald's, that wasn't our first choice. It was go further, right, to where it's a black-owned business. Right. So that really is in my blood, so to say. But over time, I've learned that the value of a relationship with business is more valuable than your intention. Does that make sense? Like, if you and I have a good relationship and it helps my business, it's a plus for my business, then that is how we should decide to work with each other. But if I decide to work with someone else and our relationship and the way we work with each other, including considering if it benefits my business, I have to look at that closely. And then, with doing business, there's an emotional side to things and there's a business side. And I've learned a long time ago that you can't make emotional decisions when it comes to your business. Exactly. And I know it's really tricky because black-owned businesses, we have systems that work against us in America, on the planet, you know what I mean? And those things, this is the psychological part that I'm always talking about, right? It affects us. We have our own personal reasons why we're ambitious, right? We have our personal reasons why we decide to try to sell ourselves in a certain way. The thing is that overall, we have to decide, if I do want to continue my business, my salon, to where I'm only working with Black owned businesses. Not that I'm only working with them, because I don't believe in this anymore. I've actually just recently decided that I'm going to work with people that are treating me the best.
Whatever the best opportunity
whatever
is.
the best opportunity is.
Yeah.
And that's because it's not because I've had the most horrible time with Black owned businesses. I have run into situations where I can identify, oh, this is happening. This problem right here is happening because of these systems that are working against that other person's Black owned business, right? But at the same time, just as well as I am coming against the same challenges, and I have figured out a way to smooth the road to where anyone that's coming through my door doesn't feel the effect of those things that are coming up against me. That is my responsibility, right?
And it should be theirs too.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
It should be theirs. And if they're not doing that, then
That's on them. It doesn't benefit you, so you gotta find.
Yeah, it's definitely on them. But what I do is, and I'm gonna tell you what I do. I actually speak to that person, and I let them know, hey, this is where I'm seeing a problem with you, and because this problem exists, I'm not gonna be able to depend. My business won't be able to depend on you.
Right.
And for that reason, that I know that you have to find someone else to replace me to keep your business afloat, I'm going to give you some pointers on where you erred with me and give you some pointers on where you can go to get information so that you can better yourself. I don't really just like to flat leave anybody that's doing business. I don't care what quote unquote race we are.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just believe in just being a good person all the way around, being responsible for what I claim to be my own, and then be helpful to people that I see that have challenges.
Okay, cool. I like that response. Cool. So what are you looking forward to mostly in 2020?
Oh my gosh. I recently made some decisions in the business which were really, really hard. I even had I had to make some price changes. Well, the thing is that I wasn't really changing prices. I had some clients that had been with me for years. I started their hair, started their locks, and then now their hair is down their back. I mean, literally like sweeping the buttocks. You know what I'm saying? Hair's long now. Still charging them, only raised price on them once or twice because they were very, very loyal. They were consistent. And consistency is important when it comes to the appearance of locks. And I had all these different reasons why I didn't raise prices on some people. But when I did raise prices officially, I feel like what you do is raise prices on the new people coming in, right? Not on everybody that's been supporting your business the whole way through.
That was a dilemma of mine.
Yeah.
I eventually got to the point where I had it because it was such a big gap.
So that's exactly what I had to do
so then
recently.
You're losing out on money with these existing clients who've been paying this. And
exactly.
You got these people coming here,
yes.
so you got to close that gap. Maybe you don't raise them all the way up, but you bring them up somewhere in the middle.
But here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that in having their own business because they haven't been that successful yet. And they haven't been that consistent. And they probably have had a chance to be that successful, and they probably had the chance to be that consistent, but they're not paying attention to their numbers.